Hey guys.
Hello.
How are y'all tonight? Hopefully everyone's doing well. We are wanting to go live and just talk a little bit about a few things. But as we were starting to do this video, we're like, man, we really have to rally to do this because we're both kind of just like, wah. I feel like it's October, right? It's the middle of football season. Well, past the middle of football season.
Yep.
You kind of hit the October blues sometimes with, I love October, but just with football season and being a coaching family, you get tired this time of year. We just got back from an amazing weekend with my brother's wedding in Washington, D.C. It was a whirlwind. If you didn't follow my post on that.
An absolute whirlwind.
An absolute whirlwind. Kind of a cluster, for lack of a better word. Well, I mean, the wedding was beautiful and everything went great with that, but just the whole getting, 6 people across the country. What else has been going on?
With flight delays.
Yeah, flight delays, everything.
And,
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
we said goodbye to our foster daughter
Well, that was a tough one.
in a pretty traumatic way, I felt like.
Yeah.
That was hard. He had to sit here and deal with it while I was away. They actually removed her when I was in Washington, D.C.
She's back with BioMom. Hopefully
Yeah.
everything is going well, but
We haven't heard any updates, so
hopefully
that's really hard.
that's good.
Yeah, that's really hard.
That was a tough one.
So we were just kind of reflecting on kind of where we've come from and where we are currently in our health journey and how the last couple of weeks of pretty difficult stuff has kind of like played into all of that. And so I guess we just wanted to talk briefly about kind of where we started from, where we've come from, where we are today, and then how it looks going forward. So do you want to start?
Where do we want to start? In January?
Yeah.
All right, so as many of you know that have kind of kept up with us, we started this health journey in January. Sorry, spaz dog here, going crazy. We started Optavia, January 5th, something like that. And
Yep.
then by May, we had lost a combined,
Over 100, probably 100 pounds together
Yeah.
in May. We kind of did most of our weight loss from January to May, and then you've pretty much maintained, and then I've lost like another 10, 15 pounds
since May.
Since May. And, the weight loss portion of it is amazing, but we never expected to feel the way we feel. And that has been the hugest change in our lives, and just our confidence and our sleep and our energy and our excitement about things, less anxiety. I mean, these are so many changes that have happened.
Our ability to develop a morning routine that actually gets us up and gets us excited and gets us going for the day.
Right.
It allows us to attack a day instead of surviving days like we used to all the time.
And I think that's been part of what's frustrating the last few weeks for us is we've kind of felt like we've been surviving days again instead of thriving through
Yeah.
it. And that never used to bother us because we were like,
That was the
this
norm.
is just a phase of life. This is how life is for us. And then we didn't know what we didn't know. And now that we know what feeling good feels like, both physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, and then to like be in a place where you don't feel like that's how you're feeling, like you're out of fat burn, you're kind of emotionally all over the map, you're like, man, this sucks. This isn't what I'm used to. This isn't the good that I've become accustomed to. And so it was kind of funny because we actually were reflecting this wedding was actually the reason we started Optavia. So many of you that know us know that Brenton's mom, Renee, is our coach, and she had begged us for like 6 months to do Optavia because she thought it would be great for us financially and she thought it would be great for us physically. We were like, yeah, whatever, we can't afford it, blah, 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 blah. And then this wedding came along, and my sister-in-law was like, hey, I'd like you to be in my wedding. And I was like, hey, that's awesome. And then she sent me a picture of the dress, and I was like, I'm going to look like a whale. Like, I sent my mom a picture saying that. And I was like, you know what? I need to lose some weight before this wedding. And that was really what got us in Optavia. And I am so thankful for that because that was like the kick in the pants I needed to really like start this health journey. And it's just boomed into so much more than we could ever imagine. And we have been loving sharing it with all of you guys and our friends and family because
I think it's funny. I've had a couple people say, like, we hear all the time about these people that go through these amazing transformations, but you don't actually know anybody that does. And I'm like, we are those people. Here's a picture of fat us. That
it's funny because
it's kinda
here
cool.
at North Lamar, like no one knew the fat us. No one knew the Brent and Abby that were before Optavia. And you guys laugh when we say that, but we are different people. Like we're different people because of Optavia and because of the change physically and emotionally and financially and all the things. And so we're just so grateful for it. And we would love to share that, with you guys individually if you have questions about our journey or things that we've gone through. And it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
No, I think that's kind of the point of this video is to say that, we recognize that just due to circumstances and kind of the way things have been the last, I don't know, month or so, we've kind of felt that we have just not been on the same track that we had been.
I know my YouTube channel, people are like, you're making us cry. Like, where's the normal you?
So, I think that's part of what this journey teaches you, is to realize when you get, when you're starting to falter or fall back into your old ways and your bad habits, and then kind of guide you back into feeling good again, getting back, taking care of yourself physically, financially, spiritually, and emotionally, so that you can get back on that right track and continue to progress instead of digress.
And get past the surviving and back to the thriving. And not every stage in life is a thriving stage, and we know that. But I think what we gained now is we have the ability to recognize that and recognize where we want to be and where we are, and that structural tension of how to get there is present where it wasn't before.
And a guiding light within the books, the health book and the habits of health, life book and habits of health, to give us a guide to get back to where we were. And now we already know it works, so it's not going to be hard to jump back into it and get us back on track.
Right, and it's not like, oh, I've gained 10 pounds. Like, no, that's not what this is about. Like, I just don't feel good right now because I know I'm not doing all of the habits that I've learned to do. I'm not drinking enough water. I'm not getting my healthy motion. I'm not spending daily time in the Word like I should be. And these are just all things that I know I need to do, and I've kind of just let myself feel sorry for myself the last couple of weeks. And
let the stresses of life get to us instead of.
And we say that for two reasons. One, because we want you guys to know that this isn't perfect, and we would never want to appear on social media like things are perfect, because that's not realistic. Like, we're normal, average people that have a crazy life, and it's doable. And the other thing is, so you can hold us accountable. I mean, there's a lot with your life being out there on social media and people see what's going on and whatever. And it's like, I like the accountability that provides, and saying like, look, I am not where I want to be, and I want to make changes to be there. So I think we probably talked for pretty long. So we're probably going to sign out tonight. It's kind of funny. We were joking like, hey, when's the best time to go live? People are like, oh, Wednesday at 11 o'clock. And we're like, how about when we're not at work and the kids are in bed? And then we just have to deal with the crazy dog. So I think we at least got the kids to bed for the night. So we're going to sign out. But if you're curious about hearing more, we'd love to share it with you guys. Thanks for following along.